I'll be honest with you, Paul Mariner. I'll be glad when the transfer window shuts.
Which
in
one?
In Spain, in France, in Italy. The English one's already done. Neymar's not going there. But we still don't know if he's going to go back to Spain. First of all, never mind looking into the future and saying, "Oh, I think he might," or whatever. Is it best if he goes back to Spain?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's where he's happiest. That's where he's. Look, he's playing under the shadow of Messi. Everybody plays under the shadow of Messi. So he was rumoured to say, "Oh, I want out of that. I want to be the superstar at PSG."
He's into the shadow of Mbappe.
He's into the shadow of Mbappe. You know, with all the histrionics and all that stuff, which none of us like. We don't like to see that from Neymar. Look, when he's got his head on, when he's got his game face on, this guy's an incredible player. He's a joy to watch. But he's got some habits that are a little bit unsavoury that people within the game and on the periphery of the game, you know, they don't take too kindly to it, so he gets walloped now and again. Now,
is that a technical term?
Is this move going to happen? I think for his sake, I really think I hope it does. I'd like it to happen for him.
Complicated though, isn't it?
It's so complicated. When you're talking about, you know, X amount of euros or dollars or pounds or whatever you want to say, then you throw players into the mix, you know, then that, you know, muddies the waters a bit. Well, how much are we really spending? Mm-hmm. You know, all that sort of stuff. So, for his sake, I'd like to see this happen.
Now, I know he's been spoken about with regards to Real Madrid, but let's just focus here on if he goes back to Barcelona.
Yep.
Let's take a look at this graphic with the big three that are there now, and Griezmann got his first goal at the weekend against Napoli in a friendly. All four together. Is it possible?
Yes.
You make it work, don't you?
Absolutely.
So how do you make it work?
Well, you play with a back four, you play with two holding midfield players, and then you play with Messi in the hole in between the front three and the holding two midfield players. Well, they're not going to be holding for too long in this Barcelona side, purely and simply because the level of passing options, and the weight of passing, the way they're able to control the game, you know, will probably be an eyebrow raiser like 75-78% possession, which is unheard of. But with this group, I can see it.
Is there enough ball to go around those four?
Yeah, because it's about winning. You know, every player wants to win, and it's up to the coach to say, look, when you got two players, then you've got to let it go, because if you let it go to Griezmann or Messi or Suarez, it's going to end up either A, creating a chance, or B, in the back of the net. So, you know, you've got top players can play with each other.
Let me play devil's advocate here, because we saw the number of goals that Real Madrid conceded last season.
Yep.
But for Barcelona, if you've got all these players, you've got that front four, which is frightening, it would be the best in the world. But when they don't have the ball, which would be probably a quarter of the time, given the possession they're likely to have, are you concerned at all that they might not track back and defensively the opposition might overrun? No?
No, I'm not. Because the coach has got to get that straight. We speak about it all the time. How vulnerable are you when you have possession of the ball? If we give the ball away, X, Y, Z areas, are we going to be okay? Can we get pressure on the ball? Can we close the ball down? And that's what's got to happen on the training ground. Because there's no doubt, as we've said, they're going to have the vast amount of possession, but when you do get against sides who have got some fast break in them, then you've got to be cautious. So it's all about the leadership at the back from the likes of PK, I'm guessing. And then if Busquets is still in there, or the young kid De Jong in there, he's got to grow up really, really fast.
And he was really good against Napoli. Just finally, the talk is right now Rakitic and Coutinho plus cash for Neymar. If you take those two out of the Barca squad, do they have enough competition for places in that midfield area?
I think they would be foolish to make that decision if they didn't think that they had. Rakitic he's 31 now. Is he a PSG really hot on him? I'm not quite sure whether they are. Semedo they do like.
He's another one that's been linked as well.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to get him. This is why it's so complicated. You know, this is why nobody's sure what's going to happen. But I think for Neymar's health and his standing in the game, I think he's got to go.
And let's be honest, unless you're a Real Madrid fan or the fan of another team in La Liga, you want to see those four for Barcelona. You want to see Neymar, Suarez, Griezmann and Messi.
Yes.
That would be absolutely outstanding. Okay, Barca. Okay, PSG, make it happen, please.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.